Welcome to Reparenting Daily, your free daily guide for inner child healing and repairing the relationship with yourself. This podcast helps you establish a consistent reparenting routine and is divided into 3 sections. The first is the daily reading, the second is a discussion of the reading, followed by suggested journal prompts, and the last section is peaceful binaural beats meditation for closing. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from whenever and wherever you're joining us. I'm so glad that you could join us on this journey of self-expansion. If this is your first time here, welcome. As a celebration of passing episode 700, I've opened a free membership tier for the Patreon community so you can access additional resources and join the weekly Zoom calls for free. I know there's a lot going on in the world right now and that so many people are really struggling. My hope here is to still encourage others to continue the work on reparenting and to offer a free community where people can come together and do that. I'd also like to thank all of you who've been along on the journey so far. Just as a reminder, this is a free podcast, but you can support the project by purchasing the Reparenting Daily Journal, where you can follow us along all year. This 333-page journal gives you extra insight and resources for each week, and also provides space for you to keep your notes. Another way to support the podcast is to purchase the Fairy Tales for Reparenting series, volumes 1 through 3. This collection organizes famous and obscure fairy tales from around the world into the 3 phases of the hero's journey. While you might think that fairy tales are for kids, I'd like to challenge you. These stories contain profound truths and lessons carried down over millennia that we can use in our reparenting journey. It's a fun way to reconnect with your inner child. Each volume comprises 10 fairy tales. They include an analysis section to help you dive deeper into the message, as well as journal prompts and space to reflect on the story's meaning in your life. Lastly, you can also support the project by taking a paid Patreon subscription, by purchasing the books on the website, or by donating via Buy Me a Coffee. You can find all this information on the Support Us section of the website. So now, with these announcements out of the way, let's dive into today's practice. Hey guys, today we're going to be listening to a poem entitled Discipline by Ellson. Just as a reminder, we are in April, and the theme for this month is developing structure and discipline. We're in week 3, the first day of week 3, and the theme for this week is developing discipline. We'll listen to the poem, which she recorded on the website, and you can click on the link in the show notes to listen to the recording at a later time if you like, or to check out the poem and read it later. Without further ado, here's Ellson.
Discipline poem by Ellson. I could do with some improvement to keep my focus tight. I'm guessing discipline would be good to keep my focus right. For if I have some goals that I would like to achieve, I'll need to change my habits into tasks I do complete. I can't wait for motivation, passion or desire. I must choose practices that continue to inspire. I'll be ready to push on and overcome self-indulgence. Every repetition becomes my new forbearance. My chosen control a sign of the power within. Intrinsic rewards abound every time I begin. And if I sometimes falter, I'll strive for 1% more. To truly be a hero, I'll commit to my very core. Discipline is a master that sees the bigger picture, and then I'll get to choose how to follow my own scripture. Discipline is a belief that every task done in faith will ultimately lead to an awesome fate.
Hey guys, welcome back. This poem makes one thing very, very clear. Discipline is not about how you feel, it's about what you do despite how you feel. Waiting for motivation is a trap. It sounds reasonable, but in practice, it leads to inconsistency. Discipline flips that. It says act first, then feel later. The line is not about waiting for passion or for desire. It's a turning point. Because once you understand that, you stop negotiating with yourself each and every day, at every single turn, at every single decision point. There's also a strong emphasis on repetition. Discipline isn't built in big, dramatic moments. It's built in the small, often boring actions that you repeat every day. Every action or every repetition becomes my new forbearance. It's basically saying what you do consistently becomes who you are. That's where real change happens. Not in intensity, but in consistency. And the 1% more idea reinforces that you don't need perfection. You only need progress. Progress from yourself, your former self. What stands out most is the idea of discipline and self-direction. Follow my own scripture points to something deeper than just habits. It's about living according to your own standards. Discipline becomes a way of aligning your actions with your goals and values. It's not punishment, it's control. And once you have control, you're no longer dependent on moods, distractions, or external pressure or validation to move forward. As we go into the journal prompts for today, number 1, where in my life am I currently waiting for motivation instead of acting with discipline? Number 2, what is one small action I can repeat daily that would move me 1% closer to my goal? And number 3, what personal rules or standards do I want to follow to stay aligned with the person I'm becoming? That's it for today. As always, thanks for being here. Take care of yourself and please do be well. Welcome back. Now, this is the third and final section of the daily podcast. This is your silent meditation. Please find a place where you can be comfortable and undisturbed, where you can relax and spend some time with yourself for the next 10 minutes. You can choose to be sitting, standing, lying down, or in whatever position makes you most comfortable today. Just take some time to listen to yourself. Next, be sure that you're taking time to be with your breath and to connect more fully with your body. Don't be disturbed or overwhelmed by your thoughts. Simply allow them to pass. Just observe them. Do not engage with your thoughts. Only be mindful of them passing, as if they are leaves drifting down top of a river. Use this time to connect with yourself, whatever time of day you are listening to this. Namaste.